When the world seems bleak and cold, when your bones feel tired and old, when wind is howling through the trees, there's a shelter from the storm, there's a fire burning warm. You'll find it if you follow me. Oh, the bliss, oh, the bliss will set you free. Oh, the bliss is gonna make you see. When the world seems grim and dark, when the sky won't show a star, when fog is thicker than the sea, travel through the blackest night, in the forest hides a light. You'll find it if you follow me. Oh, the bliss,
Oh, the bliss.
oh, the bliss will set you free. Oh, the bliss is gonna make you see.
All right. Hello, my friends. If I sound tired, it's because I am. It is now 2 a.m. I saw people in my Discord who are Russian, who I think it's 2 a.m. there too, who should be in bed or not in bed. So shame on them for not maintaining an appropriate schedule, because growing boys and girls do need their sleep. Where do I even start? So about a week ago, a little bit over a week ago, I did a stream called the Black Pill Stream, as I frequently do, where I talk about how completely and totally and utterly fucked all of us are, but more than anyone else, me. And I talked about, I'm going to explain what happened again, so that people who didn't see that, or people who watch this in 2020, I always stream with the idea of, if somebody watches the stream 5 years in the future, in 2024, during the start of Trump's third term as God Emperor, what did they need to know to appreciate the stream? So for this instance, I have been fighting a very long struggle to keep my irrelevant, shitty gossip website called the Kiwi Farms afloat. Originally, it was hosted on a $5 VPS on Linode. Then Linode threw us off, so I moved to Gandhi, and Gandhi immediately threw us off in such a way I couldn't even back it up before they deleted everything. And then I got clever, and I bought a server and a data center, and I've used VPSs throughout the world to reverse proxy to that main host. So you connect to it through Cloudflare, and then it reverse proxies to the server, and then it feeds you back. So when the complaint comes in, it goes to the VPS, that's the reverse proxy, and if it gets taken down, then only that VPS is taken down. I've been doing this for fucking years. And eventually I got fed up, and I decided, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not buying VPSs and shit. I am thoroughly fucking done with that game. So I dropped everything I fucking had into buying hardware, to registering a company, to buying a BGP capable router, buying IP addresses. If you don't know, IP addresses are fucking very expensive. The current IPs that I have cost $1,400 a month, but in Aaron, you have to buy them at auction, and they start at $4,000 for a 24, which is only 250 addresses. So lots of fucking money into building a company that hosts shit on the internet, right? And from there, I got a contract with the data center, and I hosted for about a year and a half there. And on July 2nd, very ironic because my hosting company is called 1776 Hosting, right? And on July 2nd, 2 days before the Independence Day, everything's just off. And I check my email, and I have an email I'll just read it verbatim. I don't have it in front of me. I didn't prepare for this at all. This isn't the monkey stream where I actually take time to prepare. Preparations are for Wednesdays. Joshua, your machine PDUA 302J2 has been suspended due to violations of our acceptable use policy. You may review a copy of our acceptable use policy at the following link. Please let us know if you have any further questions. Sincerely, the Director of Communications. Well, as you could probably imagine, I had many questions about why my shit was all fucking unplugged. And I asked my question, and they told me it wasn't our decision, it was Deluxe. Deluxe being the parent company of Coco Crossing. Let me pull up Firefox, and I'll show you what Deluxe is. Okay, you might be thinking, this does not look like an ISP. This does not look like a data center. What the fuck is this? And the answer is, you're very right. This is a check printing company, and they print checks. They do not host internet shit. So how they acquired a data center that I just happen to be at is a fucking mystery to me. But these are the ones that made the decision. So I contacted their hotline, and the woman on the hotline had no fucking idea what I was talking about, because this is a check printing company. This isn't a IT company. They wouldn't know. Like, this woman has never had a call like this in her entire life. So I email Coco Crossing and I say, this is a check printing company. And the guy responds, yeah, they also print checks. I'm like, well, motherfucker, who the fuck do I contact at this check printing company to get information about why you have unplugged shit from the fucking wall? And he's like, try legal and compliance. So I call legal and compliance. And because it's July 2nd, 2 days before July 4th, nobody there. I call July 3rd. Surprise, nobody there. So then I call up the cell phone of the head of media relations for the company, and I say, look, you motherfucker, you have caused me great problems, and I want an answer. And if you don't give me an answer, I'm going to complain very loudly on the internet to my many, many dozens of fans. So then, finally, about an hour later, I get my prompt fucking reply from legal and compliance. And this is the little clip of that conversation.
Of the AUP for harassing behavior.
Is there? I mean, I ran a service that hosted many different websites. Is there a specific domain name that was violated, or?
We received a general inquiry that referenced several domain names, and after investigation, we found that at least two of the ones that we investigated were in violation of the AUP.
You can't tell me who filed the inquiry, what domains were cited?
It was an anonymous inquiry. It came in through our anonymous hotline, so we don't know who filed the inquiry.
Okay, and I still can't know what domains?
The domains that we looked at were, I believe, Kiwi Farms. And Encyclopedia something. Sorry, I don't have them in front of me, but does that sound familiar to you?
Encyclopedia Dramatica?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was. And I see people saying, "Oh, there's no anonymous tip line." There actually is. I found this while looking for their contact page. This is a Lighthouse Services Deluxe, and this is a incident report for ethics violations, ethics and compliant report incident. This, I guarantee you, this is what it came through. This weird fucking form where people can submit incidents reports, and it's apparently all anonymous because it goes through this third-party company, and then they review it and send it to the contact us page. So this check company got a complaint from this ethics and compliant intermediary, and then they sent that back to them, and then that got to my data center, and by that time they'd already made the decision. Now what's really funny is that at no point have they ever Like, they didn't ask. They didn't even ask if I actually hosted it. They didn't ask me if I hosted it. They didn't ask if I would take it down. They didn't even ask to see if I was aware that those services were passed through my hardware at all, which I find fascinating, to be quite honest. So it was done, and luckily I think the actual data center Colo Crossing was embarrassed because they refunded me my last month for like $700. They let me keep the hardware, obviously. And I told them to 2-day it to a different data center. And I have much more confidence in this other data center. But the amount of money that it cost to 2-day it was $600. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm paying $600. Well, they never billed me for it. I think they said don't bill him for this overnight because we want him to go away. So whatever, I'm happy with that. I'm happy not having to pay more money than I have to. But in the process, I'm thinking, here's the thing. When a complaint hits Cloudflare, it will return to the complainee, if they deem it to be a valid complaint, 2 pieces of information. The complaint email of the hosting service provider and the autonomous system number. My complaint, the complaint information comes from the IP. So it would always be abuse@1776hosting.com. But the ASN would come from the data center, who is an internet service provider, because ASNs are dangerous. You can't give them out to people because they can direct the routing table of the internet. You can really seriously fuck up the internet if you have an ASN. And I didn't want to get it because it's you have to prove that you have a valid use for this ASN if you are applying for one. So I just let them do the broadcast. Well, I didn't realize that it would say US Colo Crossing in the complaint. So people were seeing that as the host, followed by abuse@1776hosting.com as the contact information. Well, one of the people complaining apparently went a step further, found the company, complained to them when Colo Crossing probably didn't give a fuck. And the only person I know of who complained to Colo Crossing was Yaniv. He was the one who sent in the DMCA to them, and he was the one that sent in the rent-a-lawyer abuse template DMCA thing to them. And I guarantee you he went hunting and found that fucking incident report form and sent that upwards. So so that happened. And while this is happening, while they're moving my hardware, and of course it's moving fucking slow as shit because it's July 4th and the July 4th weekend, and none of these people want to be fucking moving my shit around or setting things up or racking things. They want to be at home with their families. So taking insufferable, on my end, it's insufferable watching how slow the shit was moving and how long it took them to package it. And you can't blame them because of the timing, but it's just really fucking insufferable when you want 100% uptime and you've been down for 8 days. Like, that's bad. But during this time, I used this time productively, and I applied for an ASN from Aaron. And now I have a piece of the internet. I sit at the great round table of the internet where important decisions about where shit is pointed at because I have to. Apparently, that's the extent. That's the extent. In total, there are like 300,000 ASNs in the world. And somehow I have one because I've registered myself as a fucking internet service provider. But it arrived, it got racked up, and then I had to do something I've never done before, which is the border gateway protocol is how the internet pieces itself together. And I've never had to do an announcement. And it's stressful because there were instances, there was a ISP in Pakistan in like 2007 that accidentally routed the entire internet to a black hole in the middle of Pakistan. And it shut down the internet for like a couple of hours. So I was nervous about that. Somehow I did it. And it only took a couple hours. And things were kind of working. But as one last slap in the face, the previous BGP announcement was still up from Colo Crossing. So half the internet hitting the West Coast would go to my data center, and the other half that was connecting to the East Coast would go to a black hole in the middle of fucking New York. And it took like 12 hours for them to resend that BGP announcement and let my IPs actually work for the entire internet. And Very, very frustrating. The upside, though, is that the new contract is half as much as the old one. I have the ASN, and I'm really curious now. How from this position, how does it get worse? Because I've considered it, and based on the setup that I have, I only see 3 different possible ways for the hardware situation to develop negatively, or for the stability of Kiwi Farms to develop negatively. I see 3 possibilities. I see Cloudflare dropping us, which wouldn't be automatic death sentence, because it just wouldn't. Cloudflare is extremely useful, and I like it. But, there's DDoS protection at the ISP level, and there's all sorts of, with an ASN, there's a whole lot of shit you can do to mitigate DDoS attacks. And as far as I know, there's only one other site that Cloudflare has ever banned from its service without like a court order to do so. Would anybody like to guess what the other website that Cloudflare has banned is? I'm watching chat. Tell me, chat. What's the other website that's been banned? Daily Stormer. Who got that? Days Dongle. It was the Daily Stormer. Andrew England got kicked off, and yeah, the guy. It's weird. The guy, the CEO of Cloudflare, actually wrote this really long post about how bad he felt for doing it, because he says like no one man should have all this power. I pressed the button, and they was gone. They was just gone. I Thanos snapped them out of existence. What a tragedy. But the timing of Daily Stormer going down was that England had posted a article saying that, he was doxing somebody, but he was doxing them like a Jewish person right after somebody had died at Charlottesville, and that was what the justification was. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's possible the Kiwi Farms could do something at that level, but the more people, like if Cloudflare starts dropping people, Cloudflare especially, because Cloudflare controls like 30-40% of the internet at this point in terms of traffic. If they start policing the internet with the immense power that they have at an infrastructure level, they're really begging for legislation at that point. They're really, really, really pushing the boundaries of the publisher protections granted by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. So yeah, I mean, I don't think they will. They could though. I know for a fact. Let's see if I can find this. Hold up. Let's see. Can I just go to, I don't know, not signed in. This is Liz Fong Jones, who worked at Google, trying to get the Kiwi Farms de-indexed from Google from within Google itself, as the maintainer of Trans at Cloudflare newsletter, or not at Cloudflare, but at Google. Cloudflare, and I think if they let me search without being signed in, yeah, here. Doesn't matter how much protection of my speech online I have, if I'm physically intimidated into not speaking. This is why Cloudflare's argument that they would provide both me and white supremacists/transphobes protection of our speech is bullshit. This is about, Liz hates Cloudflare because Cloudflare protects both 8chan and Kiwi Farms and just bitches nonstop about them. And I know for a fact that they've contacted Cloudflare people trying to get Kiwi Farms specifically. Just look at how many fucking times they tag Cloudflare. Cloudflare, like hundreds of fucking tweets about Cloudflare. Oh, and yeah, fuck you. nonstop for years. For literally since 2017, they've been bitching about fucking Cloudflare. Fucking crazy. But anyways, I'm just saying, I know the pressure is on them. The second thing I can imagine happening is we get sued. I'm surprised we haven't actually legitimately been sued. And I don't know if Rakita talked about this at all on his last podcast. And I can't show any of this because I'm gonna get my YouTube account deleted for sure. But a guy called Akiva Cohen, yes, Cohen, is a genuine certified member of the New York State Bar, a senior intellectual property attorney in New York, threatened to sue the Kiwi Farms over pictures of his family posted online. And he was saying, like, we're going to get you. It's almost like disturbing the level of sexual energy and how these Jewish people talk about their lawsuits. Because he's saying, like, I'm going to get you, piggy. I'm going to make you pay up, piggy. You're going to be my pay pig. I'm going to sue you for statutory damages under the Copyright Act. Because I've registered my copyright. So I know you can try and run, piggy, but I'm going to get you at the border. You can't flee the country from my judgments. You can't escape the latex of my bankruptcy-proof lawsuit judgments against you. Hey, piggy. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's like if you like when you're like a little kid and you have a bully and you just imagine yourself like shooting up the school and putting down your bully, and that kind of like rush you get, like dreaming about. Like I just imagine Cohen laying down on like his bed with his hands behind his head, looking up at the ceiling like, I'm gonna make them pay up for what they did to me. No one makes fun of the God's chosen on the internet, lives to tell the tale. They're going to have to pay the fee for that. And it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyways, the funny thing about that is with a lawsuit, an IP lawsuit, there's 3 ways of getting money out of it, right? It's like, number 1 is actual damages. Somebody steals your shit, and as a result, you lose money from it. Then they owe you the money that you caused them to lose, right? You steal someone's shit, you profit from it, you get sued, you have to give that money back to them. The second one is punitive damages. Punitive damages are from malicious acts of copyright theft, and that's like piracy. Shit that you know is wrong and that a reasonable person would understand as being copyright theft. And that is like up to $30,000 per violation of punitive damages. And then the third one is statutory damages. And like, for instance, I would never get punitive damages for hosting images because of a myriad of reasons where I would believe in good faith that I don't break copyright. And I know I don't. So there goes punitive damages, and they're not actual damages because he's not lost any money. It's just shitty pictures of his fucking ugly kids. The other one is statutory damages, and that goes up to $150,000 per infringement. But the problem with statutory damages is that you have to register the copyright with the U.S. Copyright Office 3 months before the infringement, and it takes up to 9 months to file for the copyright. So all this shit he's saying that we're going to get statutory damages from hasn't been registered with the U.S. Copyright Office, and if it has, it hasn't gone through yet. So the infringement's already happened. The alleged infringement has already happened, and it's not possible for him to get statutory damages because of it. And when that got pointed out, and I think for sure I thought this guy wouldn't be dumb enough to think I've never been threatened with a lawsuit before, because I just didn't think that he would be that naive. But I think it's Akiva M. Cohen. If not, yeah, there it is. Accounts, tweets are protected. We all started making fun of him. And once I pointed out that I knew what copyright was and how it works and how the lawsuit would actually go, he immediately locked his account. So I'm shocked by this. I thought for sure he wouldn't be dumb enough to think that I have never dealt with a lawsuit threat before, or that I can show you guys my. Here, you guys want to laugh? I'm going to show you my Kindle. I'm going to show you the books I read. Now, obviously, I'm an intellectual, and I don't listen to audiobooks. I'm not a big gay, but I don't read many books, right? Just not a big fan of books. My mom tried very hard when I was a kid to get me into reading, but that was never the case. Just didn't work. Let me pull this up. Where did I save it? Ah, there we go. Here. And ignore the little things that say how much it's read. I flip back and forth, and it changes the place based on that. So, fit to screen. Civil procedure, the conscious unconscious, or the unconscious universe, the culture of critique, the day of the rope, federal rules of civil procedure, introduction to law and the legal system, the myth of Sisyphus, rules for radicals, the stranger, understanding intellectual property law, win bigly, and win your case. how to be persuasive. So there you go. Surprise, Mr. Cohen. I've read a book, motherfucker. I've read as many books about copyright laws. I've read as many fucking textbooks about copyright law as I have read far right race baiting books. Oh, I don't have Siege. Siege got pulled off of Amazon before I could find it. Scrolling through books to 99% doesn't count as reading it. That's true. I read the book. Dude, no. Here's how I find these books. I think I've mentioned this before. I really enjoyed. I'll put this back on the screen. The first one, I think it was the first one, Civil Procedure. When I read this, I got it off of Amazon for like $60 because one of the reviews was from a law professor in Wisconsin or something, or Michigan. And I really liked it. It was a pretty good book, and it was in simple language, so I digested it really easily. And I sent her an email. I'm like, hey, I really liked your book suggestion for this one book, and I would really like to know if there was another book that touched on this topic that was, that you would suggest, because you've made good suggestions so far. And I said, thanks a lot, Joshua Moon. And her reply was, Joshua Moon from the Kiwi Farms? And I was like, yes. And I never got my book suggestion. The fucking bitch didn't tell me the goddamn book I wanted. I just wanted a book. Books aren't illegal. Books aren't hate speech. Why would she deny me this information? I never did anything wrong, chat. I don't think she wanted the D because I never got my reply. And don't make fun of me for saying yes. Why would I lie? I'm not a liar, chat. And her name, Albert. That's not a. Sorry, that's a bottle. It's not a fucking Albert Einstein story. It happened. I'm not gonna pull it up. I don't want to dox her, but it did happen. But yeah, other than that, the third one. Surprised a lawsuit doesn't happen. And if I get sued for a copyright lawsuit, I am 100% taking that pro se. And I'll tell you why. Because if I lose a copyright lawsuit, that shit is like written into the ledger. That case law becomes something that affects everyone in the entire country. And because of how much copyright shit is handled within the U.S., the U.S. is basically the copyright jurisdiction of the entire world because of how our laws work. But I'm going to make sure if I lose that lawsuit, everyone suffers. The entire world will suffer because of it. And I think this is the thing. It doesn't happen very often because nobody wants to throw themselves into litigation. But if you have an interest in the outcome of a case because of the case law, you can inject yourself into it through something called an intervention. And I'm gonna trailblaze this shit as fucking hard as I can. I'm gonna burn as many goddamn bridges as I absolutely fucking can to force Google and the EFF to intervene in the lawsuit on my behalf to fight my case for me. I will fucking play that game. I have nothing to lose, Google. I have no money. I will fucking taint the fuck. I will poison this well. I will take the poison and dump that shit right in the fucking well. Fuck it. Okay, third one. What is it? Oh, okay. So there are a handful of companies that connect almost all the little ISPs together. Now, obviously, you don't just route, like if you make an ISP, you don't route fiber to every computer in the world. Most data on the internet passes through a couple big countries or a couple big companies. In the US, the big ones are Hurricane Electric, Cogent, and something called Level 3. And I mean, anybody can trace route my IPs and find out which one I mostly pass through. And I mostly pass through Hurricane Electric. And as a tier one provider, and as the backbone of the internet, literally called internet backbones, they could null route. Theoretically, they could null route my IPs and kick me off of the internet. And if that happens, I don't think it's ever happened. I don't think in tier one ISP for political reasons has ever banned any service in history. And if that happens, I have broken the internet. I have taken the internet and put it in my hands and snapped it. Snapped it like the neck of a small child. And I mean, everybody would hate me. Everyone would hate me. I don't think that'll ever happen though, because it would be such a bad idea. It would be such a bad idea. It's the same logic as Cloudflare. Don't get involved. Cloudflare is a little bit more involved than a backbone provider like that, but if they did get involved, it would be a disastrous ripple effect throughout the internet. But at that point, it's like, what else? What else is there? What else can they possibly do? You can trace route it. Trace route 103.114.191.1. That's the router right now. Fucking DDoS it. I don't care. I can't, like, people know my IP. What's his face? the pedophile. Zoom. When he thought he was hot shit because he looked up what my fucking subnet was. That's not secret. You go to fucking any RIR and you search for my name for the Who Is contact and you'll find it. It's 103.114.191.0/24. That's the subnet. And if you trace route it, you'll see all the intermediary nodes, all the tier ones and tier twos involved in connecting you from your computer to mine. And I'm right there. I'm right there on the backbone now. And it's just, I can't imagine. I could be wrong. I dare not test fate. But it's taken a long time to get to this point where it's just like, anything that you do now will have serious consequences outside of just the Kiwi farms. I'm like a tumor. I'm like a tumor in the brain, surrounded by your motor functions and your eyesight and your and the thing that regulates your heartbeat. I'm like glioblastoma, the cancer wrapped between all the intricate delicacies of your brain, like John McCain's, just strangling it. And I'll sit here comfy. I'll sit here comfy, happy as a clam, wrapped on that brain. And I dare you, motherfucker, try and cut me out now. Take that knife. Please stop graphically describing brain tumors. I will drop unconscious. I didn't break the law, as far as I know. Maybe I have, but it's cheaper here. Everything that I do month to month is like $700. And now that my expenses are so low with the new contract, it's very beneficial to be here as opposed to in the US. Like in the US, 700 would be the rent. Not even including utilities, not including vehicle transportations, all sorts of shit. When's the Sekiro stream? I'll stream when everything, probably after the late into the month, like the last week of the month at earliest. How much weight have I lost? None. I'm still fat. Yeah. Is it nice here? Yeah. I just wish I knew the language. I'm so bad at learning the language. Aren't you afraid of getting sex trafficked? No. It's actually really safe here. Like the streets are clean and shit. How is this a white pill stream? I don't know. I feel like I'm being more optimistic than usual. Isn't that? It's not like it just feels better. Have I tried Duolingo? Yes, I've tried Duolingo. What happens to the site? The site stays up. No, I've not gotten a haircut. My hair is very long. My hair is probably the longest now than it's ever been. It touches like the middle of my shoulder blades now. Not on happy pills. I'm not mumky. Ew. Why is everybody grossed up with my hair? No, you're not. I'm not taking any more pictures. I don't want to get recognized. Oh, K-Flay did put out a new album, didn't she? It's pretty good. It's not her best. There's no songs on it that make me think. Actually, there is one. I have it queued up for the outro song. Oh man, I've only been talking for 30 minutes. Should I keep rambling or should I call it quits? I just wanted to say hi and tell everybody this is the wonderful situation that we're in now. Or it's like playing chicken with the internet. Cute. How long until I kill myself? I don't know. I don't see that as on the table. I have no reason to. I haven't, like, the thing is, I've not broken the law. There's still plenty of wiggle room. I've not even exhausted all my options yet. Because, like, if I really, like, you know what I haven't even tried doing? I know a lot of companies that sell shit that are against the rules, and they just continually make fictional companies. You know what I could do? Here's a dead-ass thing that I could fucking do. I could go to a Ukrainian prison, prop up people who are serving long sentences for violent crimes, and get them to go 50-50 on companies with me. Pay them $10 for their signature, and use their name as their managing member to continually create new merchant accounts for different banks. And just keep doing that. And it would be completely legal. As far as I know, it's legal. Maybe not. But if I do that, I mean, I'm just saying, in terms of exhausting options, I've not even touched the crazy amount of shit that there is to do to prop something like that up. I'm exhausting the legal options step by step. The legal, obvious, by the numbers, forcing people into awkward situations where they have to admit they have to back down, not for any real reason, but because they can't take the fucking heat of people complaining. Oh, I think about a lot of things. I contemplate my gambits all the time. That's what I do. It's what keeps me happy, is thinking about this shit. How do you feel with the ex-USSR shithole? Yeah, it's weird. There are black people here. I see one black person every week or so, but they're almost always very black, like from Nigeria or shit. The one mixed race person I've ever seen was an American woman who was sitting at a table adjacent to me, and the American tourists were fucking awful. By the way, they're so obnoxious and they're rude. Like, they're awkward. They're not rude in the sense that they're mean. They're rude in the sense that they're fucking awkward and belligerent, and they're making jokes that the waitress can't understand, and she just sits there waiting for permission to fucking leave because these dumbass Amerifats are being stupid. Just spit on them. I'll spit on you, but you. It's Nigerians and Ethiopians. You can tell it's Ethiopians if they have longer hair. For some reason, Ethiopians like the like to keep an inch of hair, really curly hair, as opposed to Nigerians who shave it bald. You'll sign off on a merchant account for me? Yeah, I mean, like I'm saying, there's a lot of really complicated, shitty options that I just don't want to deal with right now. I told you I'll play Sekiro or whatever at the end. Clicks, straight hair. Talk more about Mumkey. Oh, there have been developments. There have been developments on the Mumkey front. On the Mumkey front. Here, I'll show you. Oh, no, it's not Leo the Wolf. Lau has deleted her account on the Twitter. She made a post saying, should I make a video clearing things up? I guess she watched my video. I guess I wish I could see her face when when this got played.
White girls fuck dogs. White girls fuck dogs. White girls fuck dogs. White girls fuck dogs. White girls fuck dogs.
1,000 hours in Adobe Premiere. 10 people are going to show up to that Area 51 thing, and they're going to get to the border, and there's going to be an armed patrol there, and they say, if you cross this line, we will fucking kill you. Or no, they're going to say, if you cross this line, we're going to arrest you. And there's nobody's going to get shot. Oh, and I wonder if Mumkey has said anything. I don't think Mumkey has said anything since he canceled. Yeah, he made a tweet saying, like, should I stop trying to talk on the internet with people? Should I not have a social media presence? Oh yeah, people are being mean to me. And he deleted all his other tweets, and he told Dick Masterson that he'd show up on the Sunday stream with him, which would be noon Pacific Standard Time. And I told he flaked on fucking Tommy C, which he scheduled right at the start of my stream. Yeah, he didn't even announce that he wouldn't be on that Tommy C stream afterwards. What a dickhead. And I told Dick if he flaked, that would show up on the stream, kind of as motivation for Mumkey to show up and talk to Dick, so I wouldn't get that slot. But I'll do it if he doesn't show up. And now Lou is ghosting, and Mumkey is ghosting. You may also like sheep over. Poor sheep. Look over at Sheep Over's liked tweets. Okay, I will. Oh, I can't. Can I like them on a different page? No, I cannot. Here, let me check. This is an interesting lead. Let me actually check on Brave. See if there's anything in it. Oh, this. Yeah, I've seen this. This is Patchy, Mumkey's brother that got mentioned in the stream. And Sheepover liked this tweet where it's the Principal Skinner meme format. He's saying, could I be in the wrong for once? No, it's every single other person in my life. And Mumkey, or Sheepover, liked this tweet. I can't blame her. I do not think... Here, let's make a prediction, chat. Press 1, or let me say the question first, so that you can press 1 or 2 in a timely manner. Do you think Mumkey Jones will show up on the Dick Show? Press 1 for yes, he will. Press 2 for no, he will flake. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Seen a lot of threes. Oh, I didn't. You're just pressing numbers. You're fucking it up. Okay, there's the twos. Oh my god, that's a lot of twos. Holy fuck. Okay, it seems to be very, very, very two, very two leaning. He'll kill himself before he can. Oh, don't say that. He flaked before all of this. Oh, okay. Press 3 if you think he'll kill himself live on air. To try and make Dick feel bad for bullying him on the internet. 3 for live suicide, exactly. We'll see in a couple. Oh my god, there's the threes. It just took a second. It just took a second. Oh man. Yeah, that's the update on that. What a mess. See, anything else happen? There's been a little bit of stuff. I saw that Nick Rikita in the last week broke $200,000 on the crowdfunding thing, which is nice. Doesn't make me any money. Buy my hats. You know what's funny is I put that up there. I was making fun of Jim a little, and I said buy my hats so I can pay for my Akiva Cohen lawsuit for copyright infringement. And I got multiple people asking where the merchandise shop was. I was being bitter about Jim again. Why do you have to ask me where the fucking hat store is and make me look like a retard? I've done merch before. I usually try to make really broad, appealing shirts, like things you would wear in public that don't feature the Kiwi Farms logo or the words Kiwi Farms at all. Like we had a shirt that was it was like a black tank top for people who go to the gym, because I got a lot of requests for gym clothing. So I was like, okay, it's a black t-shirt and it says "Be the change you want to see" at the top and bottom, but the bottom one is in Japanese. And it's just a door with an outline of a couch in front of it as a reference to William Atchison, fuck you, from Encyclopedia Dramatica, who got cucked by a couch. There were a couple cute ones that just had kiwis and stuff on them, and then there was one that was well, they're mostly kiwis. Crypto fashion. Well, I mean, if you have to pay with crypto, there's no like the demand won't be high enough to even bother. Kiwi hijab. I'll sell those to New Zealand. Has Akiva actually sent me a cease and desist? No, he's not sent me any paperwork. I could check my mail. See if I got a cease and desist during the stream. Let's see. What's the good news? Let's see. I got some information about Brave. From what I've been told, Brave has a way for you to collect your own ad share with Uphold now, so that you can send your ad share basic attention tokens to whomever you please without Brave being involved in that decision. So I'll probably make a post about that at some point. Why do people keep talking about my numbers? It's like 900 people, right? Let's see. Who's watching on DLive? 161 and 900 on... That's not bad. I'm surprised that many people even care. Make a shirt saying white girls fuck dogs. I don't think anyone would wear that. I wouldn't want anyone to wear that. Let me put it that way. We're bored. I know. Oh, I mean, unless you're talking about like in general. I don't know who streams anymore. Who the fuck streams? It seems like streaming was so big at one point where it's like I had to think really hard about when I could safely stream and not trip over anybody else. To the point where I picked like 8 a.m. on a Wednesday or something. And now it's like, who the fuck streams like consistently? Nick Fuentes. Play the video game. I don't know who Monty is. Yeah, I know. Dark V apparently had a stroke and died. Sucks to hear. Oh, here's something funny. In that Akiva Cohen thread, somebody tagged me because he had made a tweet about how everybody loves his grandma's garlic borscht. And I will actually just show this. Let me do Google because that's how I found it, just to make sure. I was like, what the fuck is garlic borscht? So I went to this website called Centropa. And it says, noble garlic borscht, preserving Jewish memory, bringing history to life. And it's a Sephardic or Ashkenazi borscht, I guess. But here's the kicker. The author of this article is somebody called Jane Cohen. And I'm thinking, did I fucking like dox his aunt or cousin or something accidentally by looking up a borscht recipe? That made me laugh. This idea. Yeah, garlic borscht in quotes. Yeah, did Jews steal like all the Polish food and then they slap a name like Nobel in front of it? Knobel. I don't know if it's pronounced Nobel or Knobel. I'm gonna guess Knobel because it sounds fucking disgusting. Yeah, no, Cohen's very common. I looked it up. I was actually really curious. I was told no, not likely. Overmom says it's Knobel. Holy cow. Now, I'm not, look, I know certain people would buy embarrassing clothing and actually wear it in public, but I refuse. I am a principled man. When people tell me to shut down my site, I tell them to go fuck themselves. And when they tell me to print clothing that I would be humiliated to see somebody wear, I say no. Your money is no good to me. Take callers. That's always a fucking disaster. Here, in a couple minutes, I'll get into the free-for-all room, and you can all scream at me at the top of your lungs. So pile into that shit if you want that. I'll do it for like 5 minutes. Tops. 5 minutes. Tops with a K. Tops. K-Flay hoodies are fucking good, though. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, just make the initials white girls fuck dogs. And then what? Put this I did some searching. This is the original dog from the Commonwealth stuff. And I reverse image searched it and I got this puppy, which is bigger. And I reversed image searched this and I got this version of the picture, which is now much higher detail. And I reverse image searched this and I finally found the original from a cute puppy top 10 list. The dog. He looks much less traumatized when you don't zoom up on his fucking 1,000-yard stare. He is pretty cute. Okay. Did I get this? Copy ID. Oh my god. There's far too many people. There's far too many people. Hi. Hi. Scream. Don't literally. No. No, nobody can hear you. Okay, now say
Yeah, nobody can hear us. It's just you, Josh.
No, everybody can hear
Way to go!
it's fixed.
Still don't wanna.
Okay, now I can hear myself.
Stop complaining.
Hi, Josh.
I wish you. The stream.
We out here, boys. Oh god, Josh!
Damn it! You have cursed us all! You fucking
I curse you, Joshua Connor Moon. I curse you in the name of
Hey guys.
So how's
Flo
the weather?
didn't take my
Wait.
foreskin.
Wait, hold up. I have.
Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna mute them for a second. I know I have priority speaker somehow. Where is my priority? Oh no. Oh no, this is a disaster. I
Hot take.
Fucking horrible.
Okay, I think that's enough of that. It's far too much noise. It's overstimulating me, and I'm dying. Top got 100% ASMR. I was looking for my priority speaker button, but I couldn't find it, so I gave up. Okay. What else can I do? I guess I could check for K, since that's a reoccurring theme. I think I have it bookmarked, do I not? Because I have this question. I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue while talking. I have this question, and I asked it every goddamn day. Do I have it bookmarked? And the answer is yes, I do. Okay. Ooh, she cooked. She cooked. Oh, that's based. Where is it? All right, we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna retire. I felt bad because I did my Mumkey stream, and then I didn't do a proper week review stream. So this is my apology for that week review stream not being there. Where is a bingo card? Toolbar, bookmarks, card generator. Let me go through and make sure this is awkward laughter, bitches about merchandise. That's not relevant. Is it in both of them? Yeah, get rid of this. Kay hurts herself, yells at fans. She doesn't do that anymore. Visibly wearing, that's redundant with the metal shirt. Shaky hands. Fan requested food. Spills something. No veggies except starches. Boils or deep fries meat. Labored breathing. And I made that the British spelling because it's Anglo. No seasoning except salt and pepper. My way. Excessive liquids or in metals. T-shirt raw or chicken pork. I'll just Iron Maiden. Oh, here, wearing her son's t-shirt. That's more accurate. Raw chicken or pork, massive serving on plate. Kay feeds dogs, which the dog is dead. I'll remove that. Physically destroys something. Stove on highest setting. Burn something. Margarine. Margarine's the give me. Like free. Scrapes utensils. Stove uses countertop. Mush mouths. I'm gonna add swearing. She swears because she does that a lot too. I'm gonna say the son's critique. The culture of critique. I'm gonna bookmark this. Okay, let's take this one. Oh, I have to make it centered. Bam. This. Somebody was saying, are we going to make it through an episode of this without Josh feeding us? Without his gross, disgusting feeder porn fetish? The answer is no. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned this in the stream yet, because this is the first stream since the Mumkey stream, but the amount of positive feedback I got from people regarding that stream was actually fucking shocking. Like, everyone really, really seemed to like that stream, which is very gratifying, because I put in a lot of work to make it happen. It was a pain in the fucking ass. It was 2 full days of, like, finding shit and asking people questions. And clipping stuff. I spent so much time in FFmpeg manually timestamping clips. Try and get everything organized. Writing notes and shit. Yeah, I promise you I will do more of those. And my big plan is for October. My favorite month. I am a huge Halloween fanatic. I really like Halloween atmosphere. I love fall. I love pumpkins. I love pumpkin spice lattes. I like everything about Halloween. And I 100% will during October, I will every week I my plan is to do a stream on a deceased locale and line by line just go through it and cover my favorites, my favorite dead ones. Probably starting with what's her name? The Shed Princess. The girl who hung herself and everybody blames us for it. Not Terry. Oh, Terry Berry, yeah. Terry A. Davis, Terry Berry. I don't know if I'll do Davis. I probably will. Because if I can't do a dead people stream and not cover Terry Davis. But yeah. Things like that. Not Amanda Todd. That'd me fucking needed. Token. Oh, forgot the entire reason why I pulled up Photoshop to make this token. But yeah, that's the plan. And I don't know. There's actually a lot of locales that I did not cover at all when I was doing those streams consistently, because I was going to save it for an October stream. So I've actually been saving a lot of the people I wanted to be talking about for a full year so that I could talk about them for Halloween, because my last Halloween stream was about anorexics. I actually started in October, so we're coming up on a full fucking year of me streaming, which is insane. It does not feel like it's been a year at all. Okay. The good stuff.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again. And today I'm going to be doing egg foo young. Right, as you can see, I've got everything sliced up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dice them now. The reason I don't know why I didn't dice them first, but it said, I'm going to put the pan on 3, because it did say I've got to put everything in before the pan gets hot. Don't ask me why, I don't know, I'm just, wow.
She already burned herself? Oh no, she has a smart train. I don't know why. It bugs me that Lee doesn't help her.
It wasn't lightning, no, it wasn't, no.
Doesn't help her cut, because she's got like arthritis and shit, and he just fucking stands there and does nothing.
Oh, well.
Dodgy electric.
Oh, don't say that. Don't mention. Oh, shit. Don't mention. Oh, it's doing that. Not long had it rewired. Oh, about a while back.
She spilled something. We'll put that for hurts herself.
Now, I did say to get a green onion. Well, I don't trust green onions, so I got a white one. Besides, there weren't any green.
We not have
onions.
spilled something on this.
Shop. They were shit shop with it today. Couldn't get no bean sprouts, no cashew things, and. Why didn't I cut these up before? As you see, I've gone back to my blunt knife because I don't trust cutting into my hand with them sharp knives.
Did she have her Iron Maiden shirt on?
Cut finger from them, so
Oh yeah, she did.
Why didn't I cut these up?
Yeah,
before?
she did.
As you see, I've gone back to my blunt knife because I don't trust cutting.
There we go. We covered all our bases.
With them sharp knives. already had a cut finger from them, so I don't want to end up taking the rest of my fingers off.
No, dude, we covered this last time. She's better at cooking now because she lost that fucking cookbook. That's like evil. She's been using this fucking cookbook for God knows how long, and it's just concentrated Satan.
Always doing that. I don't know. It's like a noise. It gets on my nerves. Like a knocking sound. Probably next door anyway. Put that up.
Watch
Right. They're more or less chopped up, diced, whatever you call them. I'm going to put these mushrooms in next.
What?
Dice them up.
It took my brain like a second to process what the fucking mushy room
I could
was.
have just sliced them on camera, but it were easier just to do it as I were. Oh, it was easier to do it. And if you want to know what else I've got, I don't know if you can see, I've got red peppers and I've got some peas, and it's said to use frozen peas. Now I could only get garden peas, but I'm not very happy about it because I'm not bothered about garden peas. But
Is she like intentionally scraping the fucking bottom of that Teflon pan with that
oh,
knife?
this is going to take a long
What
time to do. As you can see, I've
That's
chopped
pretty
them
good.
all up, put them all in pan. He said put it all in together. I think you shouldn't, but who am I to argue? Apparently, from what a Chinese man was telling me in the shop this morning, all it is a glorified omelette.
Did she walk up to a random Chinese man and ask him how to make egg foo young? He's just like, say, you're sufficiently Asian. How the fuck do I make egg foo young? And
He says with bits of everything on it. So, I don't know, I mean, I just... Because I was telling him the ingredients I wrote down, and he says, who says you need 12 eggs? And I went, well, it said he went for an omelette. He says, I would say about either 2 or 3. So I'm just putting 2 in at the moment. And I think a Chinese would know more than me to how to do an egg full young, wouldn't he? So I'm going to add the egg in, which I think...
she whisked it really bad.
He didn't say to beat the eggs.
Yeah, it does look like it's just an omelet.
Best to.
Wait.
I think it might mean more.
Wait, do you know why the recipe said to put green onions in and not white onions? Because the fucking green onions go on top when it's done. You don't actually put onions in it. You garnish with fucking green onions. It's like, why didn't she look up what the fuck she's cooking before she cooks it? I don't understand, chat.
Oh, you need more eggs. Oh, everything's falling out at pan because it's not. She's got a bigger frying pan.
She's got it on way too hot because the eggs are already.
Egg coming through, can't you?
They're already burning.
That's egg.
It's like sticking to it.
It might have been right after all.
It has to be on like highest, too. Because it's cooking so fast.
And I only added 2, so I think I'll just put another one in just because he did say.
Why
2
doesn't she
or
just
3.
slow the fuck down and cook her food properly?
And as you see, it's done. It's took the Mickey to do. It's done now. I know I'm using metal and I shouldn't, but I'm trying not to touch the bottom. So I'm going to turn it off because it all looks done. Get off the spoon, and I'm going to put. There's more bleeding peas than out in here, Lee. So I'm going to put some on a plate. Get off the spoon. Get off. We'll put your two more other things on that not to do with. Oh my God, spinach pan.
She's having like a panic attack trying to do this.
Right, so that is your egg foo young. And Lee is coming to do his taste test. And while he does, he's going to put a link in the description. Yeah.
Right, so,
just get a...
Let's see. Oh, okay. She did not put any seasoning in it. This is a simple recipe of veg and egg. But there is a way. There is a path to victory. And it depends on this fat cunt not liking vegetables. And I'm going to say that it's going to happen. That he's not going to like it. He's going to say, "Oh, it's rather plain, and I don't like egg, and it could have used some margarine," and that'll be his review. And
fork full of everything.
Okay.
Let's see. Do we get it?
By the way, it's hot.
Nice, actually.
No! You fucker! You're lying! You're lying!
To my Facebook page called Kay's Cooking. So everybody who's on here, go over to that as well.
Fat
as well as
fuck.
being on here.
Well, Karen, all the time.
Yeah, I wanna mark it. Where's the scolding at?
It's a nice picture of flavours in it. That's nice.
Oh, very good.
Fucker. You fucker, Lee. You son of a bitch.
Lee says it went
Fucking
fucking camera. Right, so if you like what you're saying, please keep it with me.
Where is it? It's not gonna be enough. God damn it! I'm looking for ways.
If you want to give
I'm
me
being
a
robbed.
thumbs up, we much appreciate. If you want to leave a comment, please feel free. The more the merrier. And if you haven't subscribed, or you know someone who hasn't subscribed, get them subscribing. Get yourself subscribing. Thank you. Bye.
We were robbed. That fat motherfucker didn't like that shit. Congrats on Lee on his new job as a biomedical scientist with BUPA. Is that a thing? An international? Did he get a job? There's no way this motherfucker got work. I'm shocked. Green onions make spring onions. Okay, thanks for advice. Do you guys remember when I looked at the comments on one of her videos? And there was like an Indian man or something saying like, "Oh yes, you are so hot and pretty. I wish you could cook for me." And he said something like really lewd about her tits. And she replied and said, "Thanks, I'm glad you liked them." And you could tell she was talking about the food. But it just it just sounded like she was accepting this compliment about her tits, and it was really funny. Oh, I have one more thing. I have one more thing to show you guys to foreshadow my next potential single individual live stream. Hold up, let me pull this. And I don't even want to tell you who it is. It's a top secret. It's like it's a corporate secret, like the Coca-Cola recipe. Here.
would you mind going to the side? Please go to the side. Ma'am, please go to the side. I can't go around. Ma'am. Oh my God. This is what I get. Ma'am, I can't go around you, please.
If you're wondering why she won't just pass her, well, number one, she doesn't want to. She likes.
This lady refuses to
She's
let
afraid
me
of
go
dogs.
past her. But she won't let me. I can't. But it's not going to do me any good.
There's a car though. You better hurry up.
Oh my God. I can't go on the street on this street. I can't walk, and she won't let me go past her.
Have a good day. Sorry.
She gave me the finger.
I like this part. She's so the dog lady is so far away. She could conceivably cross the road right here or something, right? So watch what happens. She could go a block down that way. What's she gonna do? Gas, gas, gas. Just fucking hits that shit. Going 20 miles an hour. Gotta catch up with this bitch so we can yell at her some more. Lady. I like how the dog is getting scared. He's like,
Excuse me.
The scooter lady. The scooter lady.
This lady won't let me go past her. She won't just move over for a minute. What am I supposed to do? She won't let me go past her.
I like the electric motor sounds. She knows. She's training that.
What is wrong with you? Just let me go past you.
This is how I imagine the
my
Kiwi
God.
farms. I'm just walking down the sidewalk, minding my own business, and then these fucking crippled folk speed up behind me and are like, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you cuddle me?"
Freaking policemen when you need them.
Where's the police? Police, arrest this pedestrian for walking. We don't walk in America, we scoot. If you ain't scooting, you're violating the law.
This is so going on YouTube.
I can only scoot at a walking pace. I can't go 20 miles per hour anymore. I have to actually walk. I have to move like everybody else, at the same speed as everybody else. Ah, this is the best part. You ready?
Now's your chance, man. Run!
I can't get close to your dog.
You're nuts, man. I bet you.
And you're going on YouTube.
You had time.
I need to go all the way up to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
I've been
Get ready.
bitten several times. Please move to the side for a moment and let me pass. You're going on YouTube, lady. You're sick. Where's a policeman when I need one? Several blocks. She won't let me pass. She gives me the finger. She won't let me pass since the park. She won't move to the side. She's out of her flippin' mind.
She's rude.
Rude?
I think she was rude to me once.
Oh, did she? Did she do something to you too?
What a bitch.
She said, like, pick a side. You know,
Pick
like
a
she thought I
side.
was walking around.
She's nuttier than a fruitcake.
Yeah.
And when I finally said, look, you're nuts. Just move over for a minute. She turned around, came close to me, and started barking at me. She barked.
Oh my god.
Not that, I swear to God.
Okay, I'm not gonna smile at her anymore.
Oh my God! Smile at her. Try barking. She seems to respond to barks and growls.
Well, she clearly has some issues. Some anger
Oh my
issues.
God! So I'm gonna have to do this all the way up to Whole Foods.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Because you know, on this street, I don't dare go in the street.
Oh yeah.
You know, on the side streets, I usually have to.
What, could you cross there and then use the other side?
No, because there's places on that side. Where the sidewalk is even worse than it is on the side.
I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think she's crazy.
She's nuts. Oh well. It's gonna be a long ride to Whole Foods.
Oh no.
Have a good one.
Oh, I was hoping she would zoom up on her ass again. Oh well. Look forward to that one, friends. I'm pretty sure I will want to dig through her library of work and bring to you a highlight reel. Because she's a little bit of a mystery, and she's never recorded herself directly. It's all done through like reflections in doors and shadows on the floor. It creates an aura of mystery, and it's quite riveting. So that's my plan. And I think that's it. Thank you for joining me on this White Pill stream. My apology stream for only doing Mum Key earlier this week. I hope to do more streams like that over time. And I think that's it, my friends. So I'll see you next Wednesday. And you can support my streaming, my lazy, good-for-nothing streaming on this web zone. This background, by the way, is by a fan. So thank you, fan, for making this background while I went to go get pizza. Donate money so I can afford to eat pizza every day from sushi restaurants in the Ukraine. Not the Ukraine, just Ukraine. And where's my outro song? There it is. Okay, see you Wednesday.